Okay, good evening and welcome to Talk to Nishan. And we have Abhrit Chakra here. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth.
Thank you. Put me to sleep, evil angel. Alright, so we're going to talk about sleep. So, Nishant, why don't you carry on from here?
Okay, so today is our day one and it's actually my sleep time. So I'm in this crazy phase of self-transformation. I'm ticking all the right boxes, following all the right pathways laid down by great people. So what I'm working on at presently is a dynamic routine, a very powerful routine.
Right.
I wake up. Okay, just take a wild guess. What time do you think I'm waking up each day?
I don't know. I mean, from the sounds of it, now that you've ventured into a lot of life transformation practices, I would say, I don't know, 6 o'clock. I mean, that's when I think I'm getting up, but then it's just a false alert. So I guess 6?
3:30, my friend.
What?
Yeah. You can call me crazy. I don't mind. It's
Yeah.
a crazy phase. Yeah. I've been crazy before. I don't mind it. Okay. So I wake up at 3:30. Immediately, I spend 20 minutes doing my push-ups, doing my squats. The idea is to get some endorphins rolling in your brain. That's the first idea.
Okay.
Around 4 o'clock, I sit down and meditate for the next 20 to 25 minutes. So I'm thinking clearly, and my brain has no fog. For a very long time, I have struggled from brain fog. I believe you know.
Alright, so the idea is to wake up way before the rest of the world gets up.
Exactly, that's the
Okay.
point. You gotta wake up before the bottom wakes up because the bottom is very crowded. You need to get to the top.
Okay.
So once I do my meditation, then I go through my journaling, my affirmation, write a blog, go and do a extensive workout in the gym, come back, cook my food, and then come to work. So coming back to the timings, because I'm waking up at 3:30, I tend to sleep at 8, 8:15. Even right now, while I'm talking to you, though I'm in an excited state, but a little part of me, a very tiny part of me, is a little drowsy too. I enjoy that phase too, but yeah, that's the point. So today, what we're going to talk about is sleep. Why is sleep important? What do we understand by REM? Quality of sleep? How can we improve our sleep? And how to get the most out of your sleep? Even that's important. Dreams are important.
Absolutely, yeah.
So let's
Definitely.
begin with you.
All
What
right.
is sleep, man? Let's start with the basic.
Alright, so a lot of meditators have in fact stressed on the importance of sleep. And I was really surprised to hear this quote from His Holiness the Dalai Lama. He says sleeping is the best form of meditation. Alright, which makes us wonder, regular folks wonder, that if you're sleeping, then what part of your brain is meditating? And how on earth are you aware if you're farting under your blanket? But the point is, every sleep cycle, a typical sleep cycle consists of 4 REM or rapid eye movement cycles, lasting for 90 minutes each. So you multiply it with 4, so that comes to 360 minutes or 6 hours of sleep. And at that time, what you're really doing is half of your brain is sleeping, and the other half is awake.
Okay.
Alright? And when it's awake, it is channeling new wires into your subconscious mind. And in your REM cycle, you dream. And it's also called dream sleep. Because sometimes you get answers to your questions. And you go way back into your life or to some certain events in your life, and it gives you a wonderful insight into your life and what your future projections are going to be. And that's no ancient woo-woo. So,
adding to this, what I have also read, what researchers claim is sleep is a way for your body and your mind to prepare you for the next day challenges. If you are not getting enough sleep, the very next day, your behavior would not exactly be the same if compared to the days you had a sound sleep. You would be impulsive, you would experience decision fatigue. Just in case for listeners who don't understand decision fatigue, there are a lot of times when we are aware and we know what the right choice is, but we do not end up doing that. That's called decision fatigue. That's what happens to CEOs who are overworked. Else,
Right.
just imagine, why would a CEO ruin a company which he invested so much of time building? That's decision fatigue. That's what it is responsible for. Lack of sleep, lack of sound sleep, lack of proper sleep, lack of a decent quality of sleep, lack of the right number of hours, as you pointed it out, REM 6, and then maybe another 30 minutes of 15 minutes of before
Deep sleep.
yeah, and after, so 6.5 hours. So sleep also helps your body. It helps your body relax. It makes sure that your mental health, your cardiovascular health, all of that is in check.
And the metabolism too.
Absolutely. So,
which makes me wonder why people who are on a weight loss regime find it hard to lose weight when they're not sleeping enough. Sleep deprivation happens to be one of the biggest reasons of obesity.
Yeah, that's something we should check out. And at the same time, insomnia is also responsible for chronic weight loss.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not sure whether that's
that's what good news for
that's what the movies tend to show.
I mean that's an interesting.
You remember Christian Bale's the mechanic? Man, that guy. Whoa.
The machinist was it?
Yeah, the machinist. Yes.
Machinist. Okay.
That was it.
Yeah.
Okay,
It was like down to some I don't know 120 pounds or something.
It was a skeleton. It was not even a person. But yeah, so that's what lack of sleep can do to you.
Yeah.
And lack of sleep can also make you obese.
So do we need a middle path in this case? Do we need to avoid the two extremities of?
Before we come to that, what about power naps? There are countless successful people who are operational on a power nap basis. They are taking 2 to 3 hours of. I guess Vincent, the master Van Gogh. Was one of them.
Oh yeah, and then Da Vinci too. I mean, totally freaked me out because this guy had absolutely no limitation. So he used to sleep for only 20 minutes at a regular interval of 4 hours.
Da Vinci.
Leonardo da Vinci. Yes, Da Vinci. Mona Lisa that. And he used to sleep for only 20 minutes after every 4 hours. So that makes it a total of 2 hours in a day of 24 hours.
Holy shit.
No wonder he could write backwards and reread it in the mirror.
Genius. But then again, no one's a born genius. They put a lot of hard work into it. So coming back to sleep, so something which I have personally experienced since I'm on this crazy wellness routine and I'm waking up at 3:30, I have been able to tap into this crazy phenomenon of power naps and lucid dreaming at the same time. And let me just share a little of my experiences. So what happens is, I'm not tired, I'm not entirely exhausted, but you understand a fresh fruit and then you understand a fruit which has been left on a shelf for 2 to 3 days. It's dry. It's not fresh, it's not plump, it's not soft. So that's what I experience in my brain. I experience a sort of drought. It's dry. It's not, something is not flowing in the right manner. What I do is I just plug in some music and then I close my eyes, I sit at my seat and I take a power nap. And immediately I'm aware of the surroundings. That's the great part. I'm aware of the surroundings. I'm aware of what is happening. But there is no voice in my head. Everything is shut. Total shut. There is a silence in half of my brain, and half of my brain is processing storylines depending on what is happening around me. Something which is more interesting is 5 to 6 minutes later. So right now, and I have been observing this with great interest.
Mhm.
5, 6, 7, 8 minutes later, I drift off in a complete state of lucid dreaming, and I'm aware this is dreaming, and I'm fucking controlling it. It's powerful, liberating, at times scary, but yeah, it's okay, and it
Yeah.
does help because when I bounce back, so after a while, the lucid dream is in my control, but I become too aware. Okay, it's me. So it's not a slight sense of awareness; it's total awareness. So you can't cheat yourself. You know it's no longer a dream. It slowly transforms into creative imagination. So
Right.
that's when I pull myself back, open my eyes, and I'm charged up and I'm back to work. So, Elon Musk, Da Vinci, Vincent, maybe they were following this same phenomenon, but then what are we going to advise our listeners? Are we going to tell them, buddy, you gotta sleep at 6, you gotta sleep for 6 hours, 30 minutes? Or are we gonna tell them maybe just try 4 to 5 hours of sound sleep, deep sleep, and then keep on taking power nap? I understand a lot of this depends upon what you do in your daily life. Do you work? Do you go to a job? Do you just sit idle? Are you a procrastinator or a fucking asshole? You don't do anything. So yeah, it depends. So tell me.
Well, I think it again depends on the person we're dealing with. It's case specific. So there can be a perfect diet for a person, for instance. Similarly, sleep cycles are bound to be different for people with varied experiences in life. So lucid dreaming is a very interesting concept. Because what you're really doing is you're engineering your dreams. You are aware and you're in charge of your dreams. And what an incredible idea to do something like that. And that's what researchers also call the theta state.
Okay.
When you're in and out of your sleep.
Okay.
You're dancing between the margin of consciousness and subconsciousness.
So there is this theory floating around that it helps you be more creative.
Absolutely. It does, because there is this practice that Thomas Edison used to indulge in. He used to hold a totem in his hand, or an object, alright? And he would try to doze off into a theta state. And the moment he used to get into a state of deep sleep, he would drop that object from his hands. And he would get up with a fresh idea. And that's how a lot of people, again, there's a lot of debate around it, but a lot of people think that was one of the ways he discovered the source of electricity. And, and yeah, it's that wonderful. And not only that, when you are lucid dreaming, you can also go back to places, go back to events, go back to people in your life, and you can complete unfinished business.
Yeah, get your answers.
Get your answers.
Resolve.
So, I mean, I have no fucking clue that I've been doing it since my childhood, since my very childhood. So, I used to sleep, and I was never an early riser. 3:30, come on, forget about it. Not even 6 o'clock. So, there was this milkman who used to come at around 5:30 or 6 in the morning. And again, I was the only guy who had to go and open the door. So when I would get out of my bed to open the door, I would keep my eyes shut and then kind of map my way up. And then once I went back in bed, I would finish that dream.
Okay.
And I still do that. And I never knew that's lucid dreaming.
That's lucid.
And that gives you a sense of fulfillment. In the sense that when you wake up in the morning, you think that you have no unfinished business. And that's the ultimate sense of fulfillment that you can start your day with.
Extremely fulfilling. Now, as much as I'm enjoying this, I think I would need to put a stop to this. The camera people are shouting. So we would need to quickly wrap it up. First of all, I think we should just share some basic tips how to get sound sleep. So what we agreed upon was you need at least 1 hour prior to your sleep, you need to get away from all the digital distractions. So you can't stare. Any one of you, if you are experiencing issues with your sleep, if the quality of your sleep is not good, make sure that 1 hour prior to your sleep, you are not at all stimulated. You cannot watch TV, you cannot be excited, you cannot be talking on the phone. Yeah, maybe try phone sex, I don't know about that, but you shouldn't.
And stay away from bright lights, since there is a light flashing in my face, so stay away from bright lights.
Try to make your room a little cold during summers, and a little warm during winters. Else just try try a cold shower in summers, try a warm shower in winters.
And just unhook yourself from whatever.
And do not eat. You gotta stop eating at least 2 hours prior to going to bed. So that is important.
So your intestinal system is going to run right while you sleep, and all you're going to expect is flatulence.
Awesome. So we made great conversation. We also shared a little bit of wisdom, so everyone is going to get a little out of their time and money. And before we end this, let's quickly introduce you. We haven't done that yet. You are Abhruchak. You have just completed a book. The publishers are after you. You want to share a little bit about yourself with the audience?
Alright, so since you mentioned about my book that is yet to be published, so it talks about a person's journey from a vice-ridden life to an unusual mystical place called Indriya Creek, where he's bound to unlock his creative abilities because he's experiencing a creative or writer's block.
Is it autobiographical? Like every great artist?
Well, we're so far in it. But yes, I mean, every story is a biography of a person or the other.
Wonderful. So, guys, you were at Talk to Nishant with Abhruchak. See you next week. Thank you. And good night. Sleep well.
Okay,
that's important.